What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Journey into Fantasy. As always, I'm Brandon. I'm always joined by Marin, and we are the hosts of this podcast. And today, as the recording of this, it is pretty much October 1st, which this will be uploaded a few days later. We are pretty much in spooky season now. And
Ugh.
what better way to start off spooky season is by talking about one of the most iconic franchises, Scream.
Hey, show me your shirt. Show me your shirt.
Yep. Let's make a
That's right.
scary movie. Which me and Marin are actually going to make a scary movie one day. We're figuring it all out.
Coming soon, baby.
Yes, but
Looking for actors, actresses. I know.
we all know Gus is going to be the one that dies.
He's gonna be the slasher. He's the only big one of us.
I think Jacob will be a better slasher.
The Hook. Anyways,
wrong franchise.
back to getting into Mr. Scream, the
Yes.
Scream series.
We're going to be
Speaking
talking
of,
about.
we got some news about it today.
Yes. The first logo was revealed, and it'll be in theaters February 27th, 2026. Was I think the release date was already confirmed, but like this was more like
We'll add that right here.
it was more of a confirmation, and we got an official logo. So yeah, that's cool. You know, Scream 7. There's a lot of controversy around it, which we will get into later on in the podcast. But that is exciting. But also with some more movie news, a Simpsons movie sequel has finally been confirmed, which will be released 20 years after the first one on July 23rd, 2027. Homer's back for seconds.
Yes, and we could show the little teaser poster they posted up for that right here.
Yep.
So I'm excited for that one as well, man. What year did he say it was? 2027?
Yeah, 2027.
Right. Which, I haven't seen The Simpsons probably since the first movie came out. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big Simpsons guy.
I love the Simpsons.
Do you keep up with like the newer seasons?
I try to, because like I remember during the started in like high school, FXX would have like that Simpsons marathon, and I would always watch that. And then it got Disney bought Fox and all that, and it got put on Disney Plus. And like one of the first things I did on Disney Plus was start binge watching The Simpsons. So it's like I would be doing that, and like pretty much like the early days of the pandemic, I was just binge watching The Simpsons and just other cartoons while just watching all of the episodes. But I was caught up until last year, like with the last season. I just got behind on it.
What's your favorite episode? Straight Out the Dome. What's the first one that comes to mind? All right.
There's so many.
Straight Out the Dome.
There were just.
I think mine would have to be the Fly one. It's one of the Treehouse of Horror ones.
Yeah. Those are good.
When Bart turns into a fly, that creeped the fuck out of me as a kid, and I still like think about it to this day.
Yeah.
That one, or whenever I forget what his name is, the redhead ginger guy. Whenever he's trying to kill Bart.
Oh, Sideshow Bob. There was a lot of great episodes with him.
Bob.
Voiced by Kelsey Grammer. Beast.
Who?
Kelsey Grammer. He's a Beast in the X-Men movies.
He's going under some fire recently. Oh, okay, not Beast Boy. Never mind.
No, not Beast Boy. No. Wrong. Different Beast. The blue one with the fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, with The Simpsons, there's just so many great moments within them, so many great episodes. It's like kind of hard to, in a way, pick a favorite, but one of the ones that stand out for me was in the later seasons, where it's like comic book guy creates a superhero that is like he touches a comic, he gains the power of that superhero in the comic, and I think Homer Simpson was going to play that character in a movie. Like that is one of the ones that stand out for me, honestly. But we could be
Yeah,
going on.
like I said, my favorites are always like the Treehouse of Horror ones,
Those
and
are really
I guess
good.
the pilot. I don't know if it's the pilot with the one where they get Santa Claus. Is
Yes.
that the dog's name,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. That was the pilot, I
That's pretty
believe.
good.
That was a good one.
I haven't seen the recent ones. I've seen like some of the shorts they do on Disney
Hmm.
Plus, where they have like Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Yes. Yes.
or Super Bowl people apparently.
All great stuff. But we could probably do a podcast in the future just talking about Simpsons and all that. But let's get on with some more movie news to get all this going so we could talk about Scream. But
Yeah, I really want to quickly say the first, I guess this week, since last one we uploaded was 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Well, last week. For the movies that came out, so we, in the future. So I think the two movies that I know that came out are like Him and The Long Walk, which I haven't seen yet, but Brandon has seen
I've
both of
seen The
these.
Long Walk. I've seen only The Long
Have you
Walk.
seen Not Him?
No, I never did. I was gonna watch it with my
Oh,
cousin, but we never did. And I heard negative. I know I heard mostly negative, some mixed
I
things
still,
about it. So it's like
me too.
I
Me and
don't
Hannah
know.
heard things, and they kind of disappointed us, but
Yeah,
we still want to go watch
yeah. I
it.
would still love to watch it, but it's not a priority, I guess. But I did watch The
Yeah.
Long Walk, and that is one of my favorites of the year. It was traumatizing, amazing, brilliant. It was really good. But now back to the movie news. A live action Afterlife with Artsy series is in works at Disney Plus, which the series reimagines the Artsy characters in Riverdale as an apocalyptic, nightmare-fueled
Oh, Archie.
hellscape overrun with zombies. And like the
Okay,
creator of the
live action.
Riverdale, I think, yes, live action, and the
Okay.
Riverdale creator is developing the series. That sounds pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I never
Do you
got into
think it's going
Riverdale.
to you think it's going to be the same actors from Riverdale or
Hell
completely
no.
new actors?
Hell no.
No.
They're done with the roles. They're too old now
I
for
yeah,
all that.
I never watched Riverdale.
Yeah. And some other
You could
news.
play the guy Cole Sprouse played. If you ever auditioned for it.
Hell yeah, I'll do it.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The guy
Yes,
that
yeah,
eats
yeah. Jughead.
burgers?
Jughead.
Jughead.
I know
Did you ever
about the
watch Archie,
characters.
the animated shit?
No, I never got into that.
I think there was one movie that was like with either Scooby Doo or the Powerpuff, whatever. It was something like that. I remember watching
Casper?
that. Maybe Casper. It was something where they did like a collab, and that was how I found out about him.
What? Some more news. K-pop Demon Hunters had been added to Fortnite, so people who love Fortnite and
What?
K-pop Demon Hunters. But I do want to say the character models, they look ripped exactly out of the
That's
movie.
cool.
Yeah, that is
Have you
it's
played
super cool
or
when Fortnite does that with their characters.
have you seen the skins in Fortnite yet or no?
I've seen photos of the skins online and like it is exactly right out of the movie. I love when Fortnite does
Speaking of
that.
Fortnite, real quick, not to divert too much, but like they took out the One Piece emote and they refunded everybody for it.
They
So
are
just to
bringing
let
it
you guys
back.
know.
They're bringing it back, but I
Oh, they're
think
gonna bring it back?
they're gonna change the emote a bit, but they're still gonna offer refunds for those who don't
Don't
want
want it.
it. Like, are not
You
happy with the
bought it,
change.
right?
I bought it because it was like, oh, okay. Why the hell not?
Started watching Peacemaker yesterday. Actually.
You only watched it for the orgy,
No, I stopped at the orgy.
right? After the orgy.
So what else is on the movie news?
Well, David Harbour has been cast in Andor creator Tony Gilroy's new movie Behemoth, which will also star Pedro Pascal, and the film is set to be a drama about a cellist.
A
Gotta be
what?
good.
A drama about a what?
A cellist.
I don't know what that is.
Musical instrument.
A cello?
Cello, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, like a person that plays the cello? I didn't know they had a name. Like a pianist or a guitarist. Ah, interesting.
Yep. It's been said that Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movies will be released in theaters as one complete movie on December 5th, which will include never before seen 7-minute animated sequence and special presentations will be in 70 millimeters and 35 millimeters. I
There's
never
only
seen those.
one 75 millimeter theater here in Florida, and I think it's in like the bottom of
I think
like
it's
the
in Fort
Keys or some
Lauderdale,
shit.
actually.
Fort Lauderdale, I think you're right.
Yeah,
And it's like a big ass. I want to go. I want to go one day.
that'd be cool.
I don't know if there's like actual difference with how it looks, but people talk about it like there is. So I
Yeah.
want to try it out at least once.
Who the fuck knows? But, you know, James Cameron
I
here,
wonder how long would that be, man?
very,
Like the whole Kill Bill movies.
or probably about 4
Each one's
hours.
like what's yeah, each one's 2 hours. So you're gonna be in
Yeah.
the movie theater for 4 hours, guys. And this isn't like Batman.
Well, you get used to it with the Avatar films because James Cameron here says Avatar Fire and Ass will be around 3 hours long, which
Whoa.
they're like that. They're always long. Probably unnecessarily long, to be honest.
The
But
first one was long too?
yes, I don't remember. I only watched it once or twice. I don't care for the first one, but
Second one's way better, which
I like the
I
second
was
one. But that
surprised.
was a long one because I remember thinking at times, this is
Yeah.
an Ocean Life PSA.
I think they could have stopped at the like they could have cut a lot of the ending off, like when they're at the
Yeah.
boat and they're fighting the Marines or
Like,
whatever they're called.
the
I think
middle.
they could have done with it.
There's just parts in the middle of it that just felt like an Ocean Life PSA that they could have cut off too. Honestly,
Yeah, Brandon's not. He doesn't like the
I'm not.
ocean.
I don't care for Avatar stuff, to be honest. I will admit, some like
I should have wore. I
they could
should
be
have wore
good
my
movies.
fucking Navi shirt. My Navi ho shirt.
But now back to some movie news. A script has been written for an original samurai western set in the John Wick universe, and that does sound super fucking cool.
Besides DC and Marvel universes, is John Wick universe your favorite,
Yes,
or do you like John Wick's universe better than the Marvel universe?
I love the John Wick films. It's like MCU
The
is
universe
always number
wise,
one. Universe wise, Marvel for sure, and then probably Star Wars, and then John Wick. I don't know.
and then DC.
Like I don't know. DC's a mess now, so it's like okay, we need with
Oh,
DCU at least. I need more.
yeah, you need more time. You're right. I can see that.
I need to see Batman in the universe before. I need Batman, Wonder Woman, like just the main big characters in the universe before I could be like, okay, top tier.
Okay, man.
But to
Up
end,
to you.
but to end the movie news, Dwayne Johnson says he will only ever play the original Donkey Kong game. None of them matter. I just found it here. I just thought it'd be
Great.
funny to randomly add into it.
Who the hell asked him that question?
I have no idea. IGN, so.
IGN, of course. They're always asking the hard hitting questions.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
When is this movie coming out? By the way, Smashing Machine.
October 3rd, so this upcoming Friday.
All right.
I'll try to go watch it. I'm excited. I'm interested in seeing how he does as a serious actor.
I am too. I'm probably gonna watch that by myself. Cause me and Hannah want to go watch The Long Walk together. I want to probably go this weekend. We want to watch him. I know I heard it's bad, but the commercial made it look good. So.
Yeah, it's like it looks interesting. But I've heard just
I wonder what it's. I don't want to hear any spoilers. I've heard mixed things about it, but I don't know nothing. I don't want it to know nothing. I just want to go watch it.
Yeah.
See for myself why. I hope it's not boring, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah, I agree.
The Conjuring movies are boring. We went to go watch the last one that was pretty boring, which is weird because Hannah liked it.
I never watched The Conjuring. I don't care for The Conjuring.
Yeah, you're not big into like demonic horror or stuff to do with the Bible.
I'm into slashers like Scream, as this is some of like the first Scream is my favorite slasher, and Scream is my favorite horror slashing franchise.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Scream.
What's your favorite? Yeah, he sounded like he had a cigarette stuck up his throat.
What's your favorite? Yeah, now who does the voice? Roger L. Jackson. He does the iconic Ghostface voice, and he was Mojo Mojo in Powerpuff Girls.
Mojo Jojo.
So that's a little fun fact there.
Shit, look blurry. Hold up. There you go.
But throughout the
Have you
year,
watched the Powerpuff Girls growing up?
I did. I don't remember nothing from it, but I did.
Did you have a voice for the new one as well, or just the older ones?
I don't know. I think for the older ones, I think they recasted everyone, like the newer
Oh, did
stuff.
they?
Yeah. But now back to the Scream franchise, like the mask is like there's like a kind of like a long history with the mask of the Scream franchise, as I believe it was Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich was talking about this at a comic convention once. How it's like they were like rummaging through masks, like just boxes of masks, trying to find the perfect mask, and they found the what's now the Ghostface killer mask, and they were like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool. It works."
So it was just it was already a max like for something else.
Yeah, it was like just a random mask, and they were like, "Okay, this works." And I think the production company was negotiated with the people who owned the mask to let them use the mask. But this is the thing. They never bought the mask from the production company. They never bought the rights to the mask.
So they don't have the rights to the mask. That's why I'm always seeing
Yeah.
Ghostface, like his face with like different other. Because I remember I dressed up as like a Ghostface as a scarecrow, but it was a scarecrow that just had the mask Ghostface.
Yeah, so and it's just crazy, like because the mask after the first Scream movie
Became huge.
it's huge. It's a phenomenon,
Everybody wanted to dress up like that for Halloween, dude.
which is why with kind of like merchandise and stuff like that, it is never like whatever Ghostface merchandise you see is never really actually from
From the
Scream.
con.
Like
Oh, really?
Ghostface, if it has
Like
a space,
like the Halloween costume, yeah.
if it has like a space in between Ghost and Face, that's from the people who own the company that owned the mask, I believe. But if it's like
So if it has a
space,
space between Ghost and Face.
it's it's the mask company. It's from the mask company, I believe.
Okay.
Wow, like
And what's the mask company's name? Do you know off the top of your head or no?
it was yes, it is. Hang on, give me a few minutes. Fun World,
Fun World.
I
Interesting.
believe. I found that interesting because it's like
Oh yeah.
because no, with the Halloween Michael Myers mask, what they did with that was they got a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask, pretty much just messed with the hair, painted white, and that's what became the Michael Myers mask. So it's like I think they own the rights to like that style, even though it's William Shatner's face. So with the Ghostface one, they don't own the rights pretty much to it.
Ghostface.
I guess it's more like leased out to them. I could be wrong about all this. So I just find that just super interesting, and it makes sense because in the first two seasons of the Scream TV series, he had a completely different mask that a lot of people were upset about. And in the third season, I think it was more like a reboot of the series, they went back to the iconic Ghostface mask.
What's the show called? Just
Scream.
Scream?
Just Scream. Like, yeah, just Scream.
And it has nothing to do with the Scream Queens. It had like Ariana Grande
No.
in
That's
it.
a different.
That's a whole
That's
different
completely
universe.
different. That's completely different.
Damn.
But yeah, like no, throughout the Scream franchise though, there has been many killers, many people who wore the masks, many and like just what the Scream
I think it's
franchise.
different in every movie.
Yeah,
And
it is.
every iteration is a different person. That's the kind of like the fun of the movie, trying to figure out
That's what I
who
like about it
Ghostface is.
because it's
Yeah,
like
it's kind of like a detective.
it's a who done it type story. Like it's just who done it type
Yeah.
killer because it's always someone new because they always die at the end of the movie. So it's like, and what I like about it being kind of like a who done it, with like with how Scream is, it kind of it gives me kind of like a bit of a Scooby Doo vibe of like there's them unmasking the killers or like the monsters in Scooby Doo. So that always kind of like stood out to me with the Scream franchise. So sometimes the killers are kind of believable. It's like, oh, okay. But then, like in the later two, you have like these like 6 foot people in Ghostface outfits throwing around the main character, and like when they unmask themselves, it turns out it was like a 5 foot girl. That always kind of like threw me off. Like, wait, what?
So before going into these movies, because you watched these movies for the first time recently, like as an adult, you didn't watch them growing up.
I was never into.
Right? Am I correct?
Yeah, I was never into scary movies as a
So
kid.
when you watched these, you didn't get spoiled about who the killer was. You went like straight in blind.
For the first one, I knew who the killer was for years because like social media, everybody be posting about it.
Yeah.
But like for the second one and third one, I didn't really know because I.
What about the fourth one?
Kind of. I knew I knew about one of the killers, and for the fifth one, I kind of. Yeah, I would say I knew about one of the killers.
The fifth one's the one with Jenny Ortega, right?
Yeah, fifth and sixth had Jenna Ortega.
How'd you find out before the movie came out?
Well, I didn't get into the movies until the sixth one came out.
Oh, I thought you got into it during the fifth one.
No, like we went to go watch the sixth one together, but before
yeah, I didn't know that was the first one you saw in theaters. Though.
Yeah, but before that, I actually binge watched all of them. Then I was reviewing them. This was back when my reviews weren't good. And I remember, like, I think was after I watched the fifth one, you just randomly messaged to be like, hey, let's go to Disney Springs to watch the sixth one. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
And it was the best theater experience you ever
had. Best theater experience.
I had
mozzarella sticks. We were like in this Dolby theater with reclined seats, even though we were like on the third floor, but it was just I was spoiled.
Yeah, this theater room had floors. Not the whole like theater itself, just the auditorium, like where the movie was. It had floors.
It just looked crisp. The screen was huge.
We should go again, man.
We got
such a good theater.
We got to, but I
Dolby's nice.
Give me a second. I want to grab something to sew off.
Uh-oh. All right, put your nerd boners away.
Ghostface, Bloody Ghostface, signed by Matthew Lillard, who played.
How long did he wait for that, man?
I didn't wait too long. A lot of people wait hours.
Oh, really?
But when I went to MegaCon, I got there super early Friday, and like when I walked into his booth, they were only doing VIP. So the guy was like, "Hey, are you here to meet like one of the con workers?" He was like, "Oh, are you here for Matthew?" I'm like, yeah, but I don't think I'd be able to get in because it's only VIP." So he gave me like a pass to that. Come back, your group B, come back at this time. So I did.
Should have given $20.
Props.
I wonder if that works at the conventions. I wonder if you like carry like 10s or 15s. You get like, hey, you don't have a VIP. What's up, buddy?
Probably give them 100, I think.
No, not 100. They're 50. Like they're volunteers, so probably 20. I think they'll let you go by 20. But you need to carry 2 20s. You need to carry one for the guy in the front and then the guy at the line.
Yeah, true.
Or do they only check your VIP pass once?
They have to check your VIP pass.
Right, I know. Do they check it when you get into the VIP line, or do they check it like twice in the entrance to the VIP line and when you're about to sign?
Well, if you're a VIP, you have a badge. So I think they just glance at the badge. But if you don't have the badge, they're like, "Hey, you can't be in this line." Because like,
sorry.
I think I don't know. So
I just wondered if that would work.
I probably waited like about an hour. Man. I met some cool people in line.
Yeah, it's not an hour. You've waited longer for that for like lesser actors.
I waited.
No offense to the other actors, but you waited longer for like. I remember waiting. Shit, no. What did I wait for? I don't really wait. I think I've only waited for 2 people or 3 people.
Jim Cummings. We need to prove you waited so long for him. You didn't wait too long for Keith David though.
No. I was thinking about who I waited for, but yeah, I think Jimmy Cummings and then Tara Strong. I think was pretty long.
Not worth. Was he worth it? I heard mixed
She
things.
was cool.
I've been hearing kind of mixed
I
things about her lately.
I don't know. She does give me kind of Valley Girl vibes.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's probably raised in California, and I think her mom was a celebrity too, so she has like a little bit of nepotism in her.
Yeah.
Her man was cool. I think her man was more chill than her.
No, but like
I remember. I think I told you her man to say Jesus.
yes, you did. He looked like some surfer dude. I think was what you mentioned too.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting in line for Matthew Lillard. I've been hearing lots of amazing things about him. How he's all
I always heard he's a
energetic.
nice guy.
He was super nice, but you could just. But when I walked up, he was super nice, but you could tell he was just exhausted.
How long? I know you didn't wait that long, but how long was he there for? By the time you got there,
He was pretty much there all day, but like, because he did like
you got there at
in the
what,
morning they were
6?
only doing VIP. Well, this was like tennis, 9 tennis. Like they were
Okay.
only doing VIP in the morning, and then after that, I think he did photo ops and a panel, and then went back to do autographs.
Okay. Cool, man.
You could just tell he was tired,
That's,
but like
I could tell you liked it a lot.
I kind of was, I guess, bit more of an upbeat experience. But it's like, yeah, I understand you're exhausted.
I forget if you got a photo or not.
I wanted to, but I think for a
Put it up
photo it
here.
would have been. I wanted to, but I think for a photo it would have been 150 in total. So just with this itself, it was 90.
Well,
So I'm like,
oh, he's the
no,
one that makes
I'll do a photo op with you another day.
he makes the movie, bro, which is funny because it's in the first one it's two killers. Am I right?
Yeah, him and Skeet Ultrich, who was also there. I was planning on also meeting
No,
him
people
too.
love Matthew Lillard,
Like
man.
I was
I
wanting
think
to
it's
meet.
mostly because of Shaggy.
It's both. And for Five
But
Nights at Freddy's now.
Five Nights at Freddy's now, yeah. You
But
said
like
you're about to meet both, though,
I was wanting to meet Skeet Ultrich. I wanted him to sign here. Like have both
right?
their signatures. But they were only accepting cats. And like Matthew
I
Lillard took a
see.
majority of my cats. So it's like, I need to save some cats, so I'll meet Skeet some other day since they're always doing conventions all
Are you
around.
gonna get him? You gonna get him to sign both or a different Ghostface figure?
Right here. Underneath Matthews.
What does the sticker say? Hot Topic Scare Fair.
Yes. So fun fact about getting this Funko Pop. So last year in October, as I was going to another horror convention in Tampa, the same day these released in Hot Topic. So I stopped at Hot Topic on the way to Tampa, bought this, and we just went to the convention. That was when I met Jack Quaid, who is another
Awesome.
Ghostface. He was
But we'll get into that when we get into this fifth movie.
Yes.
We need to get back into the first movie, get in track with a little bit of facts and some trivias and a little bit of what happened in the movie.
Yeah, we
Which
pretty
is
much got
here's a
carried
common
away.
trivia. Well, you did. You over there gooning off of your boner or nerd boner.
I just wanted to talk
Over
about
there
my
having a nerd
experience with
boner.
Matthew Lillard, as he is a ghost face in this, and as he always says
In the first scary movie.
as he says
That's crazy.
in the Five Nights at Freddy's, because I was talking to him, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so cool that you're back in this new one. I know you can't say anything, but it's cool that you're back. He's like, oh yeah, I always come back. As his character says in Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's funny. Speaking of the first scary movie with Matthew Lillard, I have a little. You probably know this is a pretty common trivia fact that the original script was called "Scary Movie"
Yes.
instead of "Scream."
Yes.
Which is probably why they took that name for the Wayans brothers movies. Was it?
Yes. They were like, why the hell not?
It was changed to Scream the last minute, inspired by the Michael Jackson song, which I didn't know he had a song called Scream.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But no.
That's what it says here.
With the Scream, with the first Scream movie, it introduced my favorite final girl in slasher films, Sidney Prescott, played by Neve Campbell. And what's interesting about this is that now at the time, Drew Barrymore was the big casting for the film.
Right.
Barrymore was well known and all that. Who we know he plays Casey Becker, who was the first one to get killed off.
Yeah, that was like one of the big things back then that she
Yeah.
was no all the promotions and all the trailers, and they just killed her off, which is I think at the time it was like whoa,
Because
like you just killed off one of the main
she
actresses.
was the big one.
I think they took inspiration from the Alfred Hitchcock movie Psycho, which they did the
Probably
same
did. I
thing.
think so. Yes. So with
Uh,
like I think the original idea was for her to play Sydney Prescott, but she was like, how about we do this? But I think they changed it. I don't know if it was her idea or what again.
I mean, she seemed like she was down for the idea.
Yeah.
A little bit about the writer Kevin Williamson. Am I Williamson?
Kevin Williamson.
Supposedly he wrote the screenplay in just about a few days, which I didn't know this, but he was inspired by a real life case in Gainesville called the Gainesville Reaper case. I had no idea he was like inspired by a true event, supposedly.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is inspired by true shit.
I think mostly all these horror movies that we're gonna be getting for the rest of October. So look out for that, guys. They're all kind of inspired by some true events. It was also almost canceled during the 90s. The movie nearly didn't get made because studios thought slashers were dead by the mid 90s.
Now,
Apparently there was like a lot of slashers coming out. I guess this is
yeah.
one of the newer ones at the time. They had what, like Five Nights at Freddy's. They had
Many years too hard.
the one with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street, and
like,
then we had Friday the 13th and Halloween, Chucky.
They had all that, but like it just wasn't like by the end of those franchises though, they were kind of dead in a way.
And then this was like kind of like a parody, right? Not a parody per se, but they were trying to make fun or homage like old slasher films.
Kind of like a bit of a satire, honestly.
Satire.
Yeah, just like just having fun with this in a way. It's like what I love about it is like it's making fun of slashers, but yet they're doing exactly how it is in slashers in a way, as it's kind of making fun about it.
Says here, it was Drew Barrymore's idea to be killed off in the first 10 minutes. She was gonna be, yeah, you're right. She was gonna be cast for the main girl, Sydney, but she thought killing off a big star in the first 10 minutes would shock the audience, and
it did.
I'm sure at the time she was right, and it kind of led it kind of made like what's the word I'm looking for when people get inspired, because like a lot of these, especially James Gunn, he does this in his movies a lot, where he kills off like a big group of people with Suicide Squad. Daredevil did Deadpool did the same thing too with the second one, Deadpool
X-Force.
2. X-Force, where they kill off all these main actors in big streams. I like when it's getting a little cliche now. I feel like it's getting a little bit cliche, but I kind of like Letter Presidents.
Yeah,
Creature Commando does that too, and they piss me off because some of them I really like.
Yeah, like it was just interesting what this film did, because like this was a whodunit mystery, of course, killing off who many people would think is the main character at the time. Like now, watching it now, you wouldn't know because everything about the film is all over the internet now. You'd be scrolling and be like, oh, okay, so it turned out that guy was the killer for that film.
Matthew Lillard. How do you say his last name?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, which he didn't even audition or wasn't even auditioning. He was accompanied by a friend to try out, caught the casting director's eye, and ended up with the role. Did that. Was this before Scooby-Doo or after Scooby-Doo?
This was years before Scooby-Doo. This came out at what,
96?
Yes.
And Scooby-Doo came out 2000?
I think so.
So about 4 years. So this was like his big role, Matthew Lillard.
I would say this was probably what helped put him on the map. Yeah. Yeah, it was a career breakthrough. And it worked.
And the voice actor, what you said, was Roger L. Jackson?
Roger L. Jackson.
The guy that does the not Power
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo. He says here he wasn't even on set during the filming of
No.
most of the scary scenes,
Oh
all
yes.
through the phone.
Oh yeah, dude, just easiest job ever.
What's your favorite movie?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Says here the opening scene of the movie. We start off with there. The opening scene of the movie with Cassie took about 5 whole days. Now, what's your opinion
Really?
on the opening scene? I have the memory for me of the opening scene is mostly I get it really confused and this is embarrassing with Scary Movie because those two are
Yes.
so similar.
He stabs the breast and
That's it.
pulls out the present. They're like, what
And then
the?
when she's running in the this isn't about Scary Movie, but she's running through the fucking water and she's just doing the Baywatch run. I always get these confused, but I liked it at it's they make fun of it. I think they add this in every scary movie now too. They do the same scene, right?
Just about
Kind
like it,
of.
maybe.
I know they did it in the newer ones where they
Like
get a call but they're doing something. It's so traditional, so not cliche. What's the word I'm looking for? So unique and so
yeah,
it's when they first that it's so special. You have to
yeah.
have it in a scary movie basically.
It's like
It's not a scream movie unless you have like somebody doing something
stupid
alone in
or
their apartment
alone. Yeah, dude, I've like or
and they get a phone call.
pretty much like no, I know like no, this movie is nowadays you see a lot of people taking inspiration from this movie and like I guess a huge example could be the very first Fear Street film. How like in the beginning we see Maya Hawke, who was probably the biggest actress in that movie, working at this convenience store, all of a sudden get killed. Like you would think that she was probably going to be the main character, but no. It's like, oh shoot, just like this movie.
Just
Yeah,
like this movie.
yeah. It is amazing how like this movie, how big this movie became in a way, and like how it just
Huge, man.
reinvented slasher films, like revived, rebirth
It
slasher
says
films.
here grossed about a 173 million worldwide on a $14 million budget.
That was
That is a
big at the
growth.
time.
That's that's more than double. That's like 10
Mhm.
times, dude.
That was big at the time. That was big at the time.
Revived slasher films in general. After this, you see all like Brandon said, all these slasher films started coming out again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend. I don't even know what the fuck Urban Legend is, but I Know What You Did Last Summer was a big one. Cheapest
I
Creepers, I think, came out after this.
yeah. I know what you did last summer. I think that came out the same year as this because it was both written by Kevin Williamson. No, okay, no. I know what you did last summer
Williamson.
came out a year after.
Yeah, well, there you
In
go. The same
1997.
writer.
Yes, and the same year it came out the same year as Scream 2, which we should go ahead and get into that. As with this one, as with Scream 2, it kind of continues with that comedy satire feel that we see with the first one, and does have that mystery who done it Scooby Doo type. But like with this one, we do see the main character Sidney Prescott pretty much suffer from PTSD about the events of the first film, and I do
Was this
believe
movie a year after the second one, the first
a
one?
year after. Yes, this was in 1997. Like I think they just
A
greenlit
year
it right
after or
away.
a couple months? Because
A year after.
that's rare to do. What year? What month did the
Exactly
first
a
one come
year
out? If you
after, because
remember.
first one
Oh
was fully
wow.
released December 20th, 1996, and the second one was released December 12th, 1997.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, and with
Oh,
this
it
one,
has
what's
Jaden Pickens Smith in the first one.
she died right away. You remember
Yeah, she was the opening scene.
yeah, yeah, you remember Brenda's death in Scary Movie in the theater? It's a parody
Brenda's
of
death.
Regina Hall's character in the first Scary Movie
Yeah.
when she dies in the movie theater. This that is a
Oh
parody of
yeah.
of Jada's death in this.
When she's recording with her phone, eating them big ass food in the theater.
Right. But
She's so good in those movies. I'm glad she's coming back for the newer ones.
but crazy thing about this movie is that I think this was around the time of the start of the internet, and the script leaked online. The original
The
killers
whole
were
script, huh?
different. The script leaked online. Then that they had to like drastically change some stuff
Oh,
with
I see it. Yeah,
rewrites
the
and all
script
that.
leaked online during the filming. Wow, Wes Craven had to change the ending, rewrite some scenes, and shoot multiple versions to keep the killer's identity a secret. That sucks.
Yeah. So it's crazy how this
I would
was.
be mad too.
It's crazy how this was originally supposed to be different.
So this guy, this writer, he was busy for like after Scream, he was busy for like the next 5 years, huh? Because you said he wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer,
He didn't do the sequel for that, but he did that one, and
but he wrote it, and then he
he
writes
wrote it.
right after that. He starts writing Scream too, or did he just? That's crazy.
I guess.
That's he must have he must have had these in the back. Which now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of the same idea though with those two movies.
In a way. But like with this one, we do get more Dewey, Sydney, and Gail. They're like the main trio in these Scream movies. And I think they're to me they're great characters. It's interesting to see them grow because like the thing with slashers, you don't really see characters. Well, I guess with spooky movies in general, you don't really see characters develop. But what I like about the Scream films is that you kind of do see them develop as it goes on.
Did we talk about in the first Scream movies about that guy that left the tapes, the How to Survive horror movies?
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, he in this one though he
Is he
sadly
in this?
dies, but
Oh, he dies in this one,
yeah,
but
he
this is where
dies
he
in
leaves
this
the
one.
tapes, right?
Third one, he does it in
Or
the
did
third
they
one
the third one?
because his sister
I thought
comes
that was
in.
cool.
His sister is like, I got tapes for you to see. But
Imagine if they kept doing that like the later ones and he just keeps getting older. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so old in my tapes that I've recorded when I was a teenager.
but like what's interesting about what this film did too is that like in the film they introduced kind of like an in-universe movie of the events of the first one called Stab.
The stab.
It's the Stab, which becomes a big part within the Scream franchise, and I don't know, just all
The
that is just
books are
super
written by
cool.
those books are written by Courtney Cox's character,
Yeah, it's
right?
Gale, which can be a bit
Gail
controversial.
Withers.
But I think in this movie, it was a bit controversial within the characters that Sydney punched Gale again in the face, I think.
I mean, it's kind of weird that you're writing about a fiction or like a real serial killer.
Rightfully
Which,
so.
if this guy was inspired by a real, so this guy is basically Gale. When he writes Gale, he's talking about himself. That's funny.
So yeah, you
Let's get
see
into some of the newer
actresses.
characters introduced.
You do see some actresses pretty much play themselves, like actors and actresses pretty much play themselves as these characters that you have Luke Wilson pretty much playing the Stab version of Billy Loomis, Heather Graham playing the Stab version of Casey Becker. I don't know that concept of like this in-universe movie of the events that actually happened. I don't know, I just find that pretty fascinating. Like I don't think no other franchise has really done this.
Okay. Out of the old cast, who's your favorite? The old main cast. We have you said Sydney, Randy, Dewey, and Gale.
Sydney, like I mentioned, Sydney Prescott is my favorite final girl. I just love what Neve Campbell did with the character. Yeah.
And for I'm looking at the newer cast. There's Derek, Haley, Mickey, Cece, and Debbie. What you think? Because there's always in these movies, they always do like a new cast, and they stick with they usually try to stick with the old cast.
Let's get to the new cast when we get to those films. Let's right now just stick with the old cast because like
This is the for that film, the second one, right? Sydney's new boyfriend, Sweet and Derek.
yes, Derek gets introduced as the new boyfriend, who I believe in the original version he was supposed to be the killer, but
Jerry O'Connell. Am I getting that name right?
yep. Like, I will admit though, I did think this was a good sequel, but with the killers, they're the most forgettable ones.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's like, oh, those characters. Okay. Like the killer, one of the killers is revealed to be like kind of like the mastermind behind it. It's revealed to be
Mickey.
Billy Loomis' mother, Nancy Loomis, who was like kind of disguised as a different character at first, and then of course Mickey. I'm not going to try to say his last name.
Yeah. Ghostface is revealed to be Mickey, the horror film student.
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy Chalamet?
No.
He's a horror film student, which is kind of like you. His motive was he wants to be caught and use a trial as his 15 minutes of fame.
Pretty much. And then he dies.
Poor kid.
Yeah, oh well. Rest in peace, Bojo.
Who killed him?
I think he was shot at first by Nancy, and then Sydney killed him in the end.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I remember these deaths because I'm going to ask you at the end to rank your favorite, or to at least let me know what's your favorite death in these movies.
Like with the Scream 2, I do wonder how the original version would have been. But at the same time, I will admit this was a pretty good sequel for the most part. Even though I did find the Ghostface killers not memorable in this one. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh my god. Real quick, I read something here that says Roger L. Jackson supposedly made Nev Campbell cry for real by saying terrifying unscripted things over the phone.
Holy shit. That is diabolical.
Yeah, and again, he says he mostly did all his lines over the phone.
Yeah.
Another easy gig for the guy.
Oh yeah. Now, few years later, as this one was released in the year 2000.
Oh, did you want to see the budget?
No, I don't think we really need to talk about the budget. Unless you want
then I'll say the budget.
Yeah, go ahead.
The budget for this movie was $24 million. And at the box office, it grossed it made about 172 million worldwide. Another kind of, success in the box office. It had the first one was 14 million and the second was 24 million. So it had an increase about 10 million. They gave it another $10 million to make the sequel.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if they used the money.
Yeah.
The extra 10 million at all, because the movie doesn't seem, I mean, you remember it more than I do, but does the movie seem more expensive, I guess is the word?
It's the same, pretty much.
Probably for to hire Jaden Pickett Smith. I don't know if she was a big name at the time.
But now on to Scream 3, and with Scream 3, Kevin Williamson, he unfortunately didn't come back for this one, because I think he was busy with another project. Like, he did have some notes on what this story should be, but whoever they hired to write this did not go with that. But with this film, though, it was originally actually supposed to be different. The original idea for this was for Matthew Lillard to come back
as a ghost, right?
No, he was going to be in prison.
I thought he died in the first one.
There are theories that he survived because a TV fell on his face. So there's been theories for years that he's actually alive, which might be like that for the new Scream. But he was, the original idea was he was going to be in prison and he would be getting kind of orchestrating murders to happen. I guess he would have teen followers that would be killing people in high school. Matthew Lillard was already signed for this, and even though it never happened, he still got paid for it. But that idea, I think right when it was about to start filming, or right before it was supposed to fully start into production, the Columbine High School massacre happened, so it had all that had to be scrapped.
What year did this one come out? 2000?
2000.
So they waited about 97, 98, 99. They waited 3 years.
Yes.
Another trivia fact, there's some cameos in this. So I think all of them have cameos, but we have a cameo here from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes.
Kevin Smith and Jason.
And they're actual characters.
And then another one from Carrie Fisher.
Yes,
Cameos as a studio worker who jokes she didn't get sleep with, oh, she didn't sleep with George Lucas.
To get the role
That's
of
funny.
Princess. It was her idea, apparently, for that.
That's cool. I like Carrie Fisher. I wish I would have met her at a
She
convention because she
was.
seems like the nicest person.
She is like I've heard many great things about her. Like at MegaCon, someone was telling me how at one convention she was like, "I only signed this for you if I could put mascara on your eye."
Aw, she sounds like a sweet old lady. That's cool, man. I wish I would have met her.
Yeah.
Another thing here we have. What did I just read this? Oh, this movie introduces the voice changer in the film,
Mm-hmm.
the third one.
Yeah, I guess
Which
so.
are you a fan? Are you not? Be honest.
I'm going to be
What
honest.
you think about the voice changer?
I didn't care.
You didn't like it.
I mean, we saw like the Hello Sydney, like, but like in this film, the killer was doing it with multiple voices. Like,
yeah,
he
it
was
would.
all of a
So
sudden
voice
doing
changer,
it
as
with
in it would mimic
other
somebody
people's
else's
voices.
voice.
I wasn't a fan of that. Like, I didn't care for it, to be honest. But like with this movie, I would say this straight
Yeah.
up. This is my least favorite Scream movie.
As a kid, I remember thinking that was real. The voice changer. I
The
mean,
voice
probably
changer.
nowadays you could do it with AI.
Yeah.
But back then, I was like,
Fortunately.
I want that. I want to get like a little machine that I could like record 5 seconds of somebody's voice and just mimic it. Because looking back at it now as an adult, I'm like, there's no way that's real. Back then,
Yeah.
I thought that was cool though, but I was a kid, so I liked it
Mm-hmm.
for different reasons. Yeah, I think this one was probably actually, it has the bigger budget of the two. Bigger, I think it's more than both of them combined. The last two. The budget for this movie was
Probably.
$40 million.
Yeah.
And the box office return was 161
Yeah, like
million.
with this film though, it takes place in Hollywood on set of Stab 3, The Return to Woodsboro. But like with this film though, it mostly focuses on Dewey and Gale. Sydney
Right.
didn't
This
come
made
in
less of
until
both
like
of them, yeah.
Sydney doesn't come in until later on in the film. At season
Well, because
hiding.
it says Nev Campbell could only film for 20 days due to
Yes,
other commentary needs, which is why she disappears for so long.
I wasn't a fan of that, and just with the
3 years to film this movie, they couldn't find a way to bring her back.
And with the killer reveal, and just the killer reveal is spoilers.
It was like a
revealed
guy,
to be
right? I remember that.
Roman Bridger, who was the director of the movie. Like you could tell there was
Scott
a lot of
Foley.
inspiration from Tarantino with the character.
Scott Foley. His
Scott
motive.
Foley.
His motive was oh god, yeah, you say this shit. I forgot about this fucking part.
So his motive was because he was like the long lost child of Sydney's mom when she was in Hollywood and she got like sexually harassed and all that. And like she didn't want nothing to do with him later on, and so he orchestrated her to get killed by Billy Loomis and Stu, and he was like the one who orchestrated the whole Ghostface stuff to go after Sydney.
Yeah.
That was
so stupid.
So fucking stupid.
It turned into a straight soap opera, or like we call it here in Mexico, a novela.
Like
no, for real. Like you see novellas and soap operas, it's the same thing. Oh, I have a long lost twin.
Yeah,
this is when it started turning downhill.
This was.
It's not going to stay downhill, but
it didn't say that. Like this was a downhill movie. I did like how it wrapped up the trilogy though, and I did like.
Did you?
I like the ending of it. Like, kind of like, okay, this is like a good way to wrap it up, I guess. But I did not like the film in general. But I did like some of the new characters they introduced, like Mark Kincaid, played by Patrick Dempsey.
Mm-hmm.
Really, only him. A fun fact with him, he was supposed to come back into later Scream films, but I guess money and all that, he never did. I'll get more into that.
Is this the one where what's his name? Dewey's character becomes the deputy, or no, or becomes the sheriff?
Fourth one,
okay.
But with this one though, Like it did receive mixed reviews, but it has been reappraised in recent years in the wake of the Me Too movement. And I can understand that because there's like a message about that in this film. I was like, holy crap.
Really?
Like I didn't notice it at first, but I remember rewatching when I was rewatching the Scream films last year. It was like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
But like the film itself, though, not good. But
Was
like
Roseanne in this movie?
Roseanne, no.
This is Mrs. Loomis, known mostly for comedy. Roseanne, she shocked the audience with her chilling performance.
Mrs. Loomis was
Laurie Met Laurie
Mrs. Loomis.
Metcalf.
Yeah, she was the Sheldon's mom in Big Bang Theory. Not
Sheldon's mom.
Roseanne. Not Roseanne.
Oh yeah, American actress. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like with Scream 3, it wasn't great. It wasn't like I think there are people that love this film because there are those people that hate the remakes and all that, and they will praise the original over a remake, even though the original might not be good. But hey, to each their own. But for me personally,
She wasn't Roseanne. I'm sorry, dude.
I know, I know, I told you that's not Roseanne.
No, no, she was in the show Roseanne.
Oh, but yeah, with this film, it
Me
just
personally,
wasn't great.
not your favorite.
Not my
It made
favorite.
uh, it made
161.8
about 10. Yeah, 161 million.
million, which good for
It's
them.
10 million, 9 million less than the original two.
But it was still a hit. And originally, this was supposed to be the final one, but about 10 years later,
They
I
came
think,
back.
yep, they came back. Kevin Williamson came back to write it, and Wes Craven came back to direct it. This was the last Scream film that Wes Craven sadly directed. I think this was his last film that he directed too.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace to the great Wes Craven. To which we get Scream 4 with Nave Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox. And now, fun fact: after the first Scream film, David Arquette and Courtney Cox were married for several years. Who played Gail
They
and
got
Dewey?
divorced.
Who played Gail
They
and
got
Dewey?
divorced.
They got divorced sometime after Scream 4, but they're still close, but they're no longer together.
How do you know they're close then?
She appeared in a documentary of his because David Arquette did like a thing in
I,
wrestling, and she appeared in like the
yeah,
documentary.
I know, man, but it's just the way you said it. It made it
Like
sound
they're
like you're
still
like
close,
their
and
like neighbor.
they were also in a Scream. Yeah, they were also in Scream 5, which we'll get into
I don't
that.
know
I'll get
them.
into that when we get into Scream 5 because there's like some stuff that happened in Scream 5 with the
That
characters.
reflects your real life, I think. Yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
talking about
that.
that.
But with Scream 4, like this was kind of like set during the time when like internet fame was happening, and like this does have like commentary on the uses of social media and obsessing with internet fame. So you have like another Ghostface killer going around in this who done it, but this is more like a cliche remake of it in a way. And was
Yeah, it says
this was
meant to poke fun at reboots that were
mhm.
happening at the time,
and in my
like
opinion,
Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th.
this is the underrated one in the franchise. Like what it did with the Ghostface killer in this was super interesting. As spoiler alert, it turns out to be Sydney's cousin, Emma Roberts, who is pretty much wanting to be the next Sidney Prescott. So her and this one guy who simped for
She's
her.
living. She's no. I think that's the next one, but she's living in a cabin, right, at the time. Or she's living like remote.
Sydney?
Sydney,
No, that was in
yeah.
the last. That was in Scream 3.
Okay, then I am getting it confused. Shit.
But
No, I
like
thought she was living remote and the girl kept trying to bother her.
that was in Scream 3.
Oh, maybe yeah. I'm sorry, dude. These movies all
Because
mission
in
together.
this one, she wrote a book about the events that happened. So she was on a book
Yeah.
tour, and she goes to Woodsboro, and that's when the killings happen.
Oh wow. So there's a. It says here the opening scene was the most brutal and graphic, even for
Yeah,
veteran fans. What do you think?
that was it was crazy because it was like
Olivia's bedroom.
oh,
Do you
I
think
thought you meant
that's
the stab, like kind of like there was like a montage of the movies showing like the stab opening scenes,
yeah?
but then it
Well,
was
just in general, it says here Ghostface was the most vicious here.
kind of yeah maybe. Hmm. Maybe a
I'm
little bit
saying it
more in
says
Scream.
Olivia's bedroom kill was so graphic it shocked veteran fans.
There was supposed to be more. It was supposed to be more brutal, I think, but it got Harvey Weinstein unfortunately cut stuff out, and Wes Craven was pissed.
Poor good man, Wes Craven.
Harvey Weinstein unfortunately was involved in these films.
Was this Mir? Sorry, excuse me. This is Miramax, right?
Weinstein Company, Dimension
Yeah,
Films,
he's Mir.
Dimension Films.
I thought he owned Miramax.
He
But
did,
anyways,
but yeah, we're not talking about him. Fuck that guy. We're talking about
Emma Rob
Scream.
Emma Roberts says here actually performed many of her own stunts.
Yeah, because
So
he's
she self-injured stunts in the climax, smashing into walls and tables, etc., etc.
yeah, like with this one, it was like her as the killer was a bit surprising, and like the motives behind it was just kind of shocking. It's like, damn, people, the things people will do for internet fame, pretty much.
And it's stay true today, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Seeing people get arrested in different countries because they think it's the same over there.
Or you have people doing stupid shit like using a desert eagle to shoot someone holding in it's like a super thick book because they think that it's not going to go through it, but it's a fucking desert eagle.
Oh, I heard about that one, yeah. Or like nowadays in Florida, it's open carry, so you see people riding motorcycles and recording themselves with AKs.
Oh my gosh.
I
But it's like
haven't seen it in person,
but
but
like with how
anyways,
the message within this film with internet fame and all that is still super relevant to today.
I mean, you look at
Over
us,
10 years later.
we're trying to make podcasts,
Yeah, we're trying to make podcasts, trying to do movie reviews, trying to be game streamers and shit like that.
porn stars.
Not there yet. Oh. Anywho,
I'm waiting for you to.
I said not there yet.
And I heard you.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
but this is the least amount in the box, or it
yeah.
made the least. It said here with the biggest budget out of all three, $40 million in the $40
No, the
million
third one
dollars. My
had
bad,
40
$40 million
million
dollars
too.
budget.
Third one had 40
Oh,
million
did
too.
it?
Yes.
$40 million in the budget for the budget, and the box office only made 97 million.
What's
Least or the most least out of all.
like originally I think this
Uh,
was supposed to be the start of a new trilogy, but like yeah, it says here prior to the release of Scream 4, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson both stated that if it's successful, it will lead to a fifth and sixth film, and that he was
which it
contracted to do it, but it underperformed. And with the death of Wes Craven in 2015, there were doubts of the future, but it did. Yeah,
he
in
got a cult following. Cult following.
all the Scream films did, but like
I
afterwards,
think it's when they say cult following, it's more like
people
the cult of Scream in general. They like watching all of them together.
yeah, but like now after this, though, it did eventually lead to the TV series, which I do think Wes
Oh,
Craven
I didn't
directed the
know
first
that.
episode. Like it's
You're right. I
I don't
keep
know
forgetting about it.
I don't know how connected the TV series is to this. I don't know if it's like within the same
What year
universe
did
or
the what year did the series came out?
so. The Scream series from 2015 to 2019. There were only 3 seasons, 30 episodes. Oh,
Okay, nice.
Queen Latifah was in this, or what? Oh, executive
Is
producer.
that Queen Latifah?
But Roger L. Jackson did come back as the voice of Ghostface in season 3. Like season 3, like the first 2 seasons of the Scream series, the mask was completely different. And I remember at first there was just a lot of people upset about that. Which, as we mentioned earlier, I'm sure it was because of the rights of the mask with Fun World. But then season 3, it ended up, I guess, becoming more like
the
movie with the mask and all that, with Roger L. Jackson coming back. So that's interesting. Like, yeah.
Did you say you didn't watch him?
I didn't
So
watch it.
I didn't watch him either.
I've heard about it, and I do believe that the mask from the first 2 seasons of Scream, apparently there's a cameo in Scream 6 in the subway where someone is wearing that mask. I haven't seen it, but it's been confirmed that it's hidden in that scene somewhere. Like,
I haven't seen it either. Yeah,
I am interested in the Scream series. I might start it one day. I don't know if it's available on streaming anywhere.
you can find your ways.
Yeah, we can find our ways. It's interesting, but it's one I don't really care for. But no, moving on though, let's move on from the TV series, because I feel like we're going to be talking a lot of nonsense about it as we don't know nothing about it. But eventually, in 2022, Scream 5 finally
Get the
released.
requel.
The requel. No,
the requel.
And this was a fun one, I'm going to be honest, because it makes fun of those legacy sequels, remakes, like kind of like The Force Awakens. You know, a lot of these sequels that come out 20, 30 plus years later, that it's like a remake but a sequel at the same time. In other words, a legacy sequel.
11 years after the fourth one. You're right. Damn.
And this was
2011 doesn't seem that far.
This was directed by Matt Bettelani Alpin and Tyler Gillette. So those two, they did I don't know if you've seen this movie, but Ready or Not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the wedding dress lady. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that movie.
I love that one. And they recently did Abigail with the vampire
Another
ballerina.
one. Another. They make some good movies.
They do.
Those two are pretty good movies.
The two of them, they did Scream 5 and Scream 6. And I got to be honest, with this one, I thought it was a great reintroduction to the Scream franchise, if you get what I mean. Because this is when the new characters come in with Melissa Barrera.
We go back. Yeah. Marissa. No, you're right. Marissa. I can't say her name.
Melissa Barrera adds Sam Carpenter.
Melissa Barrera. She's Spanish, bro. Roll them R's.
Oh, she can make me do that any day.
Melissa Barrera plays Sam Carpenter, Tara's older sister, estranged from the family, and then Jenna Ortega's character. We open up in Woodrow, or what's the fucking city called?
Woodsboro.
Woodsboro. We open up in Woodsboro again. It's high schooler with the high school girl, Jenna Ortega. She's gonna play high school girls for the rest of her life, I feel like. Poor girl.
But now with this, they're joined by Jack Quaid, that's Ritzy.
That's your boy.
Mikey Madison as Amber. And Jasmine Savoy Brown as Mindy, and Mason Gooding as Sad Meeks Martin, which they're both the niece and nephew of Randy from the original. The characters are.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to be honest.
And then Wes, did he say the sheriff's son?
No, I didn't. It didn't really matter, but yes.
You don't care about him?
Dylan. He was in a lot of stuff at the time. Dylan Minnette as Wes Hicks, which the name was Wes as tribute to Wes Craven. Fun fact there.
That's cool.
But I'm going to be honest. With this film, though, like while I do think it was a good reintroduction, as we see the original characters from actors Nave Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette come back, but with the new characters, while they were good, I don't really feel like it did great, like making you be like, this is the new group.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I like
not in this one.
Not at least not in this one. Like I don't know, some characters in this one we see Mindy and Sad get brutally stabbed and then somehow they randomly survive. It was like when that happened it was kind of like, oh, okay.
Did it make you think that they could have been the killers or working with the killers? No. Okay.
No.
Who was your before you knew? I guess you already knew, but like if you didn't know, who were you thinking the killer was gonna be?
If I didn't know, I kind of feel like Amber. She was always kind of
That's
like
who they were leading to.
The rude one, in my opinion. Was
right.
Now Mikey Madison is now a best actress.
It's Mickey. I think it's Mickey.
Mickey Madison. Mickey. Yeah, Mickey. Anyway.
Mikey.
Close enough.
I don't think Mikey's a real name, dude.
I don't know. It is now.
Mikey's what is like a nickname for somebody named Mike.
Yeah.
For Mickey.
But for Mickey, like, yeah, she's now best actress because of Honora.
It's a she. So why the hell would you think her name was Mikey?
I don't know. What whose name is Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Madison?
Yes.
Oh, you mean Mickey Mouse, the character?
Yes.
Yeah, but Mickey sounds more like a girl name than Mikey.
I don't know. Anyway, I was kind of figured, like, I knew she was because I've seen kind of like gifs of her with a knife on the internet before. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's the killer. But like, kind of watching the film, like even though I know who the killer is, I'm kind of like, okay, who is it?
Jack Quaid.
It's always the boyfriend, but at the same time, it's like Jack Quaid does good at like kind of playing the nice guy who is secretly a douchebag.
It's always two killers, right? It's never just one killer in these movies.
Scream 3, well, I guess a little bit of late trivia for Scream 3. There was originally supposed to be 2 killers, but the second killer scenes, like revealing that she was the killer, got cut out, and like it just made the film a little bit more clunky. Because there were scenes that obviously was hinting at a different character to be the killer too, and it was supposed to be revealed that she was the second killer, but kind of like the reveal got cut out. But with Scream 5, like this was when it started to like have like, you have like this 6-foot stuntman in the Ghostface outfit jumping around, throwing people around and all that, only for them to like reveal who they are, and it turns out to be this 5-foot girl.
Cute. That's so cute. We're so quirky, guys. They were trying to be different, man.
I think Amber, I think it was supposed to be like Amber in the Ghostface outfit most of the time, and Jack Quaid, maybe he was like his character was in the Ghostface outfit maybe like once or twice, because most of the time his character was with Melissa Barrera's character.
Melissa Barrera.
Like, well, with this one though, like we see now kind of like the real life things with Dewey and Gail. They're divorced in this. She's living in New York. He's still in Woodsboro, and he is like a cell of how he used to be. In a way.
Yeah.
I really liked Dewey in this film, but I did not like how it did feel like they forced his death. And that's what kind of like why that kind of holds back the film for me in a way, because like you kill off a legacy.
You can bring it back.
I'll get
They
into
are
that.
gonna bring him back.
I will get into that in a bit, but like when you kill off like I feel like if you kill off a legacy character, you have to make that death worth it. Like Han Solo's in The Force Awakens, how like we see that death affect the
You better not get me
character.
started on that fucking death, dude. That shit was the stupidest death in all the movie.
I reason I'm like fine with it because A, it's what Harrison Ford wanted, and B, we just see
They
how the
could have done
death
it better.
affect the
Oh my
characters.
god. You see Chewbacca over there just looking at him getting killed?
Jeez.
Homeboy, shoot him! Fuck Ken. You don't know Ken? Shoot that motherfucker.
But like with this one, like we see them pretty much knock Ghostface unconscious, and they're about to run out of the hospital. But Dewey's like, "Wait, I gotta aim, I gotta go for the head. Y'all go." So he decides to walk back to Ghostface's unconscious body, has the gun. Then suddenly his phone rings. Ghostface jumps up and just pretty much just slashes him. So fucking stupid. And it was so dumb that
sound effects for you guys.
Courtney Cox was super against the death. That he tried to get them to
Don't
film
kill
a
my
scene
boyfriend.
where it revealed that he was alive. And this actually happened with the first Scream movie too. I think Dewey was supposed to die, but they filmed a scene where he actually lived, and that's what we saw in the movie.
No, don't kill my boyfriend. You think that she said that on studio? Were they together at the time or no?
They've been divorced by this time.
No,
But
please don't kill my ex.
But I'm pretty sure they're on good terms. They got a daughter together and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like with this, we do see Neve Campbell come back as Sydney, pretty much like passing the torch of being the final girl to Sam Carpenter. I will admit, I do
you
think
mean Melissa Barrera?
Yeah, Melissa's character Sam, and I do think
I think
that
they wanted to do it to both, right?
Hmm?
Melissa and Jenna. I think they wanted to pass the torch on to
kind
both
of to
them girls.
both,
It
but
wasn't
like
just
the scene.
it wasn't just Melissa.
The scene was just mostly the scene was like a Sam and Sydney moment, though, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But I do think they could have done more with the character, but at the same time, I thought she was cool. It was cool to see her come back in this. This was her, which we didn't see her come back in Scream 6 due to a pay dispute, but
we'll get into that.
We'll get into that later. But I thought this one was.
We'll get into that.
I thought she was. I like what they did with character, but I think they could have done more.
But do you want to? I should have been asking you for your ratings on each one. Well, what's your? I guess I can start now. What's your rating for this one? 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down, thumbs and a half. What you got? How many fingers? 1 thumbs up and another thumb.
Maybe like
that in movies.
A 4, 3.5, 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Like I said, there's stuff I like.
This one.
The stuff I really like about this movie, but there was stuff that they did that, like I said, I think they could have like done better with making us care for the characters. Because like with Sam's character, all of a sudden sees Billy Loomis, long lost daughter, and I think they could have like just done better with that part. And just, wow. I don't know. I think they could have done better with just making us care for these new characters at least. Like, and done better with Dewey's death because that was so fucking stupid. I like what they did with Courtney Cox Gale, but Dewey's death. No. But since you want to talk about budget and stuff like that,
I want to talk about budget.
Since you're always bringing up the budget, this was the budget for this was $24 million.
There we go. You had it ready.
And the box office, it made $138.9 million.
No, this was early. I was hoping it made more than the other ones.
This was early 2022, so
yeah,
still effects from the pandemic and
pandemic. You're right.
You still have people wanting, pretty much preferring to go watch Spider-Man No Way Home than watch the new Scream. And
I
yeah,
know I did. I didn't watch this one in theaters.
I didn't either. And then a little over a year later, we get Scream 6.
Scream 6. I think this is my favorite one.
This was the one we watched.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones.
And I do think that this was, in my opinion, this is the second best one in the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first one is always gonna make it.
Yeah. Like with this one, it was super cool that it was set in New York City, as we see
New York City,
the core four with
the new
Sam
core four,
Yeah,
the new core four.
I guess it originally was the core three, but this one it was we see Sam, Tara, Mindy, and Sad. Like we mentioned, somehow Mindy and Sad they survived the fifth one after being brutally stabbed. And even though in this one they were also brutally stabbed, they still survived.
They go hard on this movie, man. This is the highest death toll in all the Scream movies.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, remember the fucking college party? Did they kill like everybody there?
No.
In the beginning, they had it wasn't a college party.
In the beginning, it was like one professor lady on like this mystery date, and she goes into the alleyway to try to meet up with him, but it turned out it was one of her students in a Ghostface outfit, stabbed her to death.
Yeah, but then he calls somebody. He calls that was
roommate.
Yeah, and then they die.
And then they both died because the roommate's body pieces was cut up in a fridge, and it turned out that because they were Jack Quaid's characters, Ritzy's college mates, something like that, in this, and they wanted to finish what he started. And well, spoiler alert, Ritzy's family wanted to finish what they started, so they killed them and all that, which that was all pretty crazy. With the killers in this film, though, I think it was interesting, but like at the same time, I guess it shows how crazy these characters. Right? Just shows how crazy this family was, because it was 3 killers, which turns out to be Ritzy's father, Ritzy's sister, and Ritzy's brother.
Oh, Ritzy's brother, yeah, whatever. Oh, the Jack Quaid, you're right. Yeah, oh, God. Yeah, I thought it was 4, but it was 4 because Jack Quaid was the killer in the other movie.
Yes. It was like, I don't know, there was just some weird, like, it was interesting that they did that, and I did like these killers, but like, when they were revealed to be the killers, like, holy shit, they were just batshit crazy, like hissing and all that at the main characters.
I don't remember that. Hissing.
They're like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were. Like, and it's fun. Like, and this was another one because they killed who played the sister. Like, they killed the sister's character. Killed her, but like kind of like faked her death, and she was like the one going around as Ghostface for like majority of the film. Like, once again, one of those 6-foot stuntman throwing Gale all around turns out to be a 5-foot girl.
Again.
Like, I don't think they plan out this stuff.
Wasn't there when that girl, they pretend to kill her, but she turned out to be the
yeah. That was the roommate at first, remember?
The sister?
Yeah, the sister was turned out to be the roommate. Okay. And then that one killer goes in there.
In the window shield or some shit, right? They're like trying to climb out a window. I remember that scene. I remember that scene because it pissed me off.
That was Mindy's girlfriend. That was a dumb
the lesbian. I remember that one. Oh my god.
Moment because like she's on the ladder and she just stays there on the ladder like, oh, I can't move no more. Oh my god. Well, she could easily move. That was so dumb.
So much.
But yet, I do think with this one, it did much better with the main characters. It did much better with like making us care for these characters, having them be the core four, just so much more development for the characters, and this made Melissa Barrera's Sam Carpenter my second favorite final girl.
Sorry, I saw this picture of my kitty. I think I liked her more than I liked Jenna Ortega's character because she kind
Yeah,
of whines a lot in these movies.
they all do. But like with this one, like really the only
She
two.
was the one getting the flashbacks too with her boy Jack Quaid.
Melissa.
Yeah, she would get flashbacks, right, during the
That
movie.
was her
Am I
father.
remembering?
Because remember, Sam's father is Billy Loomis, so she was like having like hallucinations of Billy Loomis, trying to like get her to be a like a psychopath like him.
Oh, I thought she had psycho. I thought she had like I thought she had visions of like Jack Quaid.
No,
I remember Jack Quaid. Wasn't Jack Quaid in this movie?
very little, like more like a cameo role.
Ah, okay.
Like, yeah, and footage and stuff like that. But like, the only two, I guess, from the original ones that came out was Courtney Cox. She came back as Gail Weathers.
Gail Weathers.
And we do
She was
see.
retired from Walmart.
Hmm? What?
Did you not see that meme?
No.
There's a meme where it's a lady from Walmart. Her name's Gail Weathers.
Oh.
This is Gail Weathers signing out.
And then.
You've seen that meme.
Okay, yeah, I did. And then we see Hayden Panettiere as Kirby Reed. She was in the fourth film. And it was like, she apparently died in the fourth film, but like we don't really see her die. We pretty much just see her get stabbed and fall to the floor, and that's it. So there were theories for a while that she was secretly still alive, and it turned out she was. I gotta ask, like, because we watched this film together.
Ask away.
Who do you think was the killer at first?
Dude, it's been so long. I think I was like in the fence between those two siblings.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know they were siblings at first, but
yeah, or if not them, the girl that was like the niece of the guy that does the horror film shit.
Really,
Mindy, but she got stabbed.
Yeah.
Again, right? Or no?
Yeah, she got stabbed in the subway.
She gets stabbed in every movie.
They both.
Her
and the brother, they got stabbed like crazy in this film and in the fifth film.
That subway scene,
they somehow survived.
I remember that was like a big promotion.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big thing they put in the film because
that was such a great scene.
I remember seeing that everywhere. That was a great scene.
Yeah,
I thought she was they should have killed her.
For what?
That's the thing with these movies. You don't really lose any of the core four.
Yeah, it's like I've seen one of the complaints. I guess too many characters, too many people survived, but it's like, man, who the fuck cares?
Oh, it says this is the one that has the most kills.
Yeah, but like the main ones, I guess, survived. Like the second one, they killed off Randy. Third one, they killed off they killed off all the actors pretty much. With this one, like the core four, they're like the main four now. You know, like how Sydney.
They were.
Well, they were. Like how Sydney, Dewey, and Gale, they were like the main three. This one now has, this one, I guess, 5. Even though Mindy and Sad, they weren't really big in 5, but yet, yeah, like they were kind of like the main ones in this one. Like at first, I was thinking, okay, what if it's the Melissa's like who played Sam's boyfriend, Josh Sagara, who was a pug in She-Hulk.
Pug.
Yeah, do you remember that one loyal guy in She-Hulk that was friends with She-Hulk?
Oh yes, I do remember.
I remember like when I saw him, I'm like, wait, isn't that the guy from She-Hulk? I originally turned to Gus and asked him about him, but I mentioned if he was the guy from Arrow because he originally was in season 5 of Arrow, but Gus said one of the most randomest projects ever. And then I turned to you, I'm like, yo, isn't that Pug? You're like, yeah, that is Pug.
I guess I could have thought he was him too, because it's like you said, it's always the boyfriend.
Yeah. I was thinking
I'm glad it wasn't though.
like at first I was kind of thinking, okay, could it be the boyfriend again? But I'm like, no way they'll do the boyfriend plot again. Then again, it's like, well, this is Scream, so they could, but it's like, no way they'll do that again. That would be crazy if they do it again.
I'm kind of glad it wasn't.
Yeah, I like the character though, but like
Pug.
Yeah.
Or you mean what is his name in this movie?
Danny Brackett.
I want to see him in more stuff, man. Too bad they're not gonna make another fucking She-Hulk shit.
Fuck the haters. But like, I don't know. The more I watching the film, the more like mysterious Jack Sampion's Ethan was, who was turned out to be the brother, and was like, okay, yeah, I think this guy's the killer.
I thought it was I thought it was, you're right, the boyfriend. And then we see the dad. It was like the dad and the sisters.
Yeah.
Involved in too.
Like, I feel like by the end of it, it was like kind of before it was revealed that they were, how like the detective, the dad who was like the detective was like, oh, trying to like painted that it was Kirby as the killer. Like right during those moments, it's like, okay, yeah, the detective guy is the killer.
We don't find out that they're all related until the end, right?
Yeah.
Or do we?
We don't find out until the end. But like with also with the sister, like I just remember, you don't like when it like kind of like showed the sister as the killer in a way. It was like, I guess he was also a little bit of a suspect for me too, because it was like you don't see the actual dead body.
So you're already thinking,
so I'm like,
nah,
I'm kind of.
We don't see a dead body. She ain't dead.
Like we saw the dead body of the girlfriend that fell from the ladder, but we don't see.
Yeah.
Like we just don't see the dead body of Quinn. So it was like, okay, I'm getting a bit such vibes.
And it's easy to hide if your father is a cop. It's easy to hide that you're the dead body, basically.
Yeah,
I think that was another thing in the movie.
They pretty much did that for this. Like apparently, though, I think the original plan for this though was for Sidney Prescott to once again have a super small role, and she would have been the one who threw the TV onto Jack Sampion's character, the brother. Was in the film, it was Kirby that did that at the end.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently, once again, it was supposed to leave Kirby a mystery on whether she lived or died. But I don't think that would have worked. But I'm gonna be honest, just reading about like what they were doing with that, like reading about Sydney's role and like I guess what they originally planned. I guess they gave Gail some stuff that she was supposed to do in the film. Like, I don't know. It kind of just felt like that she was just she didn't really need to be in this. Like she did. Like Sydney didn't really need to be in this in the first place. Like, okay, what the heck would she be doing in New York? And if it's
she lives there. She has an apartment.
I'm talking about Sydney, not Gail.
Oh.
I'm saying how like it felt like that they gave some stuff that was supposed to be for Sydney to Gail, but I'm also saying that it really felt unneeded for.
Wasn't there some fighting behind the scenes? Like you can't if you bring Gail back, I want to come back or some shit.
No.
I thought there were like a little bit of infighting between those two girls.
No. Like Sydney, Neve Campbell wanted more money, and rightfully so, because she was pretty much the main girl in this franchise for over 20 years. But they didn't want to pay her enough. But like at the same time, it was like just watching the film, it was like I don't think her character was needed in this. I think it worked without her. Because at this point, it's like, Jesus, you just got bad luck, girl, having to constantly deal with this shit.
It was kind of like they were afraid to make a movie without at least one of the core four of the originals, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which, if this movie's going to keep going on, you're going to have to, like, at one point. Even, like, the new one they have coming out, the 7th one, they're They got rid of the Nuko 4 and just gonna stick with the old one.
Yeah, like that. The seventh one is a huge controversial, but
before we get into the seventh one real quick, let's talk about the budget and box office here.
Okay, I think
budget was about 35 mil.
Yes,
30 mil, 35
33 mil? to 35 million, apparently.
With a worldwide gross of 169 mil, making 108 mil here at home. So, pretty close to what the originals made, which is crazy to think that the originals made over 170 mil back in the 90s. So, with inflation and whatnot, that's probably way more nowadays.
They were wanting to do more. Like, this was a hit, and they're like, okay, we obviously got to do more.
This was really good. Like, I'm surprised. What was 23? We're in 25. Like, they're gonna make us wait another 3 or 5, 4 years, dude. Come on, like, keep the ball rolling. The thing is with these movies, you got to keep them rolling.
The strikes happened. Yeah, so unfortunately, that caused a lot of delays. But
and then you see this thing we don't want to talk about it, but the stuff that's going on around the world, and you see actresses and actors, they want to like talk about it.
Yeah.
And studios don't have a right to tell somebody what to say or what to do. Like outside of like the movie or outside of their work.
Yeah.
So you see shit like that and like, come on, dude. What the fuck?
Dang, there's Ghostface over there sneaking in through your window. Yeah, they could have done. I feel like they could have done more with what Scream 6 left off, but at the same time, like, now last year we rewatching Scream 6, it was kind of like, you know what? I think this actually wrapped up Sam and Tara's story perfectly well.
I gotta rewatch it, but if you think it wrapped up their story pretty well, don't they just walk off in the sunset together and get married?
What?
They walk off to the sunset basically,
yeah, like,
and she's gonna stick to college, and the other girl, I forgot what she's doing.
Sam, she was originally going to keep her father's Ghostface mask, but then she just drops it in the street and like just walks off.
Symbolizes that she will not be like her father.
Like, I thought that was like a good
Bill Belichick.
Like, of course, we would have loved to see the story continue, but that was a good wrap up, in my opinion.
It was going to continue. I was know what the fucking script for Scream 7 was going to be.
But what would be your rating of this? Because I know this is really probably the only one that you watched.
I've watched all of them except for the 5th one.
But like, what would be your?
Not recent times. I probably watched the older ones when I was young. I'm an original fan, not like you, fakey.
But what are your, I guess, what's your rating? Because you asked me what was my rating of the last one. What is your rating of this one?
My rating my rating for this one would have to be, I'm gonna give it, I forgot what I gave it at the time. I think I might have put this in Letterboxd when I was using it at the time. But I feel like I want to give it right now. Thinking about it again, I'm thinking a big, strong 7 or an 8. 7.5 or an 8. For 2022, though, it was probably a 9. Because that year, I don't remember much. Or 2023.
2023. I think I give it.
Damn, they only waited a year to make these.
I think I give it a 9 out of 10. Like, for me, this was my second favorite Scream film. I really I liked how it did better with the characters in this. It made Sam Carpenter my second favorite final girl.
A new fucking environment. Like, we're in New York, not just a Midwest town.
I wish it was more New York, though. More New Yorky, but
it was pretty New Yorky.
Like, I want maybe more Times Square, more Central
This
Park.
was rated number 8 in my movies for 2023 out of 34.
Wow.
And I think I gave it what did I give it?
I don't remember.
Give it a 4.5. You can't even see that. New York, new rules. Following the latest Ghostface killings, the 4 survivors leave Woodsboro behind to start a fresh new chapter.
This was a
good movie.
It was number 15 in my ranking for 2023, and I gave it a 4 out of 5.
You watch more movies, though.
Yeah.
You watch more movies than I did.
Yeah. But it was still a really good one, though.
I think I have Iron Claw, Evil Dead Rise, Flaming Hot, Guardians of the Galaxy, Talk to Me, and then John Wick, and then Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Or Across the Spider-Verse.
Now going on to Scream 7, this was kind of like, I don't think this was
Scream 7.
Well, going on to the upcoming Scream 7, I guess what it was originally going to be, like, apparently, like, when it got into production, it was right before the strike, but the two directors of Scream 5 and Scream 6, they were hopeful that a seventh film would happen, and they would like to see the franchise continue with or without them. But I think they had to drop out of Scream 7 due to Abigail, to which Christopher Landon, who directed the Happy Death Day films, he was supposed to direct Scream 7 afterwards.
Right.
But, and like, I remember there was just a lot of talk about Jenna Ortega on if she will be coming back or not because of Wednesday season 2. Like, this was before the strike, and then like I remember still during the strike there was like an article confirming her and Melissa coming back for Scream 7, and then
I remember that.
And then a month later, it was like reported that Melissa got fired, pretty much for saying that genocide is bad, and like that just caused.
And now I bet they regret that shit now. This is like when it was not new because this shit's been going on forever, but this was like when it was hitting the headlines a lot. Mm-hmm. And back then in Hollywood, if you spoke out against it, you were like, nobody wanted to work with you, which is crazy because nowadays, I saw Mark Ruffalo was talking about this. Nowadays,
Mark Ruffalo's been talking about it for years.
Well, I mean, like he was talking about how like now actors in Hollywood are like okay with saying it now. Yeah. They have like a whole contract. Yeah. You can't use our likeness for Israel or some shit.
But Mark Ruffalo had been talking about it for years. But like, with Melissa's firing, like a lot of people got pissed off, and rightfully so. And I believe the following day, it was reported that Jenna Ortega would not be coming back due to scheduling conflicts.
It wasn't I think it was like a couple. Wasn't. I think it was the same week.
It was the same. It was the day after.
Was it really?
Yes, but I believe during interviews for Death of a Unicorn, it could have been for Beetlejuice. She revealed that, that wasn't true. After Melissa's firing, it was like I wasn't going to be working with the same people, and I was like, I don't need that in my career.
You don't.
Right, and rightfully so.
She don't need that shit, bro. She's good.
She says
she got that Wednesday season 2, which is Brandon's favorite show of the year.
I have not watched season 2. But it says here the Melissa stuff was happening, and it was all kind of falling apart. If Scream 7 wasn't going to be with the team of directors and those people I fell in love with, then it didn't seem like the right move for me in my career at the time. And I remember, Christopher Landon, he talked about, like, he briefly put out a tweet about how it's disappointing about what happened with Melissa, but he quickly deleted it because, like, he was contracted by the studio. He couldn't, like, go out and, like, talk about all that. He couldn't, like...
He didn't want to risk his job.
Kind of, yeah. But he ended
genocide.
But he ended up leaving the film. But he actually did end up leaving the film because he said that, like, he talked about how it just felt like without Melissa Barrera, it's like the film that he signed on to direct just no longer existed, and that there was just no reason for him to continue.
I don't even know who that guy is, dude.
Christopher Landon, like, he directed the Happy Death Day films, and the new one, what was it? Drop.
Oh, I've never heard of that movie in my life.
Really?
Drop? Let me look it up.
You see all the fucking trailers about the girl and like the super tower thing that's like they're trying to, like, someone's trying to get her to kill her date.
Brandon, I have no idea. I don't watch gay porn.
Oh my god.
It's called Drop, just DREP or DROP. Okay, let's see here. No, I've never seen this movie in my life.
Also,
dude. Oh, he's playing with his toy. Sorry.
Also says here, despite the fact that Landon was not involved with the studio's actions, he faced a lot of backlash and harassment, which he didn't deserve none of that. It's not his fault that the studio was wanting to make a stupid decision.
Yeah, this I've heard a lot of news about the seventh one. We talked about it earlier when we started the podcast, but they just now released the logo and the mask. This movie has been like in writing hell, and then we haven't talked about it, but there's like a lot of drama between like what the actresses want and what the studio wants. Yeah. I think this one has like the original cast coming back, which I wonder how the fuck they're gonna bring Dewey back.
It says here that okay, so back in March 2024, Nave Campbell, she posted a photo of a script, I think, that she was coming back as Sydney, and also confirmed that Kevin Williamson, who wrote the first two and the fourth Scream films, that he was going to direct this, but unfortunately he was not going to write the script. So I'm going to be honest, I am a bit hesitant about that.
That's kind of confusing.
But I believe I remember reading this that it was said that she was only going to, that she said that she would come back if they get Kevin to direct it, and they did. So I'm interested in seeing how it turns out with him directing it, because he practically created this franchise. So
are they? I'm looking up some of the backlash, but are they Christopher London getting threats?
He got.
Oh wow,
he got threats.
Don't do that, guys. What the hell?
No,
it's not cool, man.
Not cool at all.
FBI and studio security were reportedly involved. Wow.
And reportedly for the film, Courtney Cox was in talks with Cease confirmed, and Patrick Dempsey, who played the officer in Scream 3. Like, it was said with Scream 5 that his character was Sydney's husband. We don't see him on screen, though. So it was rumored that he could be coming back in a future Scream film with Sydney, and he was apparently in talks for this film, but I guess there was a pay dispute with him for it. Or he might have not liked the script.
Do you think this is going to be continuing from the sixth one, or do you think this is just a whole new universe, like a whole different timeline kind of shit?
Well, it's just there's going to be a time gap because Sydney's supposed to have kids in this. I guess teenage daughters or something like that. And when we briefly do see Sydney's kid, I think was a baby in the fifth one, as he's going for a jog, pushing the stroller. Once he gets the call about the Woodboro's killings happening once again, it's a baby. So there got to be some type of time jump.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna do. They're gonna just forget about the fifth and sixth one, and it's just gonna be a retcon.
But
kind of shit.
Thad and Mindy, two of the core four, are confirmed to be in this film.
What? Chad and Mindy?
Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown, they're coming back for this film, but
Mindy and Chad?
I'm sure they're going to get killed off right away.
They're going to get stabbed.
I won't be surprised if they kill Melissa Barrera, like Sam and Tara, off screen.
If the movie starts off, okay, guys, if the movie starts off and you see these two actors, or you see these two characters,
they're dead right away.
In the first frame, if they open up the scene if they open up the movie, they're going to be the surprise kill.
Yeah. Obviously.
I bet you right now, I bet you her daughter is going to be, what's her name? Sydney?
Sydney's daughter?
I bet you Sydney's daughter is going to be the killer. I'm already calling it. That's my prediction. Oof. Who's your prediction?
The daughter's boyfriend.
You think she's going to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
No, or a girlfriend. But, like,
That's. I think they're gonna retcon, dude. Or because how does that work? How a time jump? That doesn't make
I don't know.
sense.
Like,
Because then
I will admit I am a bit hesitant because of the Melissa Barrera controversy, like with the whole controversy with them firing her. But at the same time, Patrick Dempsey, who was supposed to be Sydney's husband in this, well, supposed to play her husband, he talked about how he was like. I remember in an interview, I guess right before they started filming this, he was asked about the film, about being in the film. He's like, I don't know yet. I think I'm still waiting on a script, but if the script is good, I will be in it. Which it turns out he's not in it. That they pretty much replaced him with Joel McHale, who's playing a different Mark.
I bet you by the time they start filming, this is gonna get rewritten.
It's already
I promise
finished.
you that. Like filming?
Yeah, they filmed
Oh.
And starting in January 7th, 2025, and concluded on March 12th.
I don't believe it.
According to Campbell, filming was scheduled to begin in 2024, but got delayed to December due to scheduling issues.
Oh my god, it's just I feel like this movie's gonna be a mess. I hope it's not. Because I really I thought the sixth one brought me back.
But
to how the original ones felt.
With this one, they did announce David Arquette as Dewey. He was surprised because
they killed him off.
That, but he was like, oh, since it was meant to be a surprise, not a spoiler. So I guess they somehow Dewey comes back. But at the same time, I remember when they announced Scott Foley back as Roman Bridger, everyone was like, what the fuck? But the same day, they announced Matthew Lillard as Stu to come back.
But he never came back.
Well, this was for Scream 5. But Scream 7 now. I mean.
Oh, so Matthew Lillard's coming back too?
Yeah. It's confirmed.
He always comes back?
Yeah. And he kind of confirmed it with a cryptic TikTok video. Oh, my mom and dad are going to kill me. That was a quote that he said in the first film. When after he gets stabbed and all that.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work, dude.
So it's this was my theory that what I wanted to happen, and this was before they announced all these, this was before they announced Stu's return, pretty much. My theory was, I want there to be a cult of ghost faces, and maybe the survivors, they're kind of brought to this cult, and the cult leader, full on ghost face outfit, walks out, unmasked himself, similar to how Robert Downey Jr. did at San Diego Comic-Con when he revealed that he was Doctor Doom. Just that style. The Ghostface unmasked himself, Robert Downey Jr. style, and it's revealed to be Matthew Lillard's Stu, and just all the Ghostfaces just go crazy. While the survivors are surprised that the dude is still alive. I hope they do that. But
I don't.
I doubt it.
You think they'll make him the killer again?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard rumors.
Yeah,
I heard rumors that it's apparently going to be the killer working with AI and stuff like that to recreate, I guess, a lot of this stuff. So maybe
okay.
I don't know how, but I hope Stu is alive and he is in charge of all the ghost faces, wanting revenge on Sydney to. Because for throwing a TV on his face, on his head many years ago. That's my theory, but I don't know. Don't get your hopes
my
up
theory is, like I said, the daughter. I feel like the daughter's in Matthew Lillard. Whatever. Matthew, I feel like he's just gonna be the cameo. I don't know if he's gonna have a big part. I hope he does. I know people like him a lot.
When they were filming, he was still doing all these conventions, so.
And he was FNAF.
And he was also supposed to be filming Daredevil season 2 at the same time because he has a role in that. Small role.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy man now. Yeah, with this one, I'm interested in seeing what they do with it. I love the Scream franchise, but I am hesitant at the same time because they better not fuck up Matthew Lillard's to return, if they bring back Dewey, they have to do it right and not just randomly bring him back.
Or flashbacks.
Flashbacks too. And I hope they don't kill half of the core four off, pretty much undoing those films. And I hope they don't kill off Sam and Tara off screen. Which I feel like they're going to do that, but
if they don't kill them off screen, it's probably going to be like they don't even mention them at all.
As long as they're not dead, I guess.
You want them to come back for another movie?
I do, but
you don't think they will?
No, they don't.
I wouldn't.
Rightfully so.
I wouldn't.
Rightfully so.
Fuck that.
Pretty much. But this releases February 27th, 2026. And I'm hesitant, but I am interested in seeing what they do. Like, part of, like, you know, I love the Scream franchise, so, like, the fan in me is excited, but, like, with the controversy, with what they did to Melissa, it's kind of like, yeah, no, fuck y'all.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
You know, I like Scream and shit, but the people behind it right now, the studio, they're making a lot of mistakes, and I feel like a lot of what they're doing is just to hype us back because they know about the controversy.
Yeah,
like bringing back Charlie Cox, bringing back basically all these like old, not Charlie Cox, Courtney Cox. bringing back all these people, giving them more of a say in the movie. I think it's more because they know that they fucked up, or they know that we see it as a big fuck up for letting Melissa Barrera go and Johnny Ortega go.
My thing is that...
Oh, sorry, my Mexican came out.
My thing is that, like, the only reason they're like announcing, I guess, these surprises, like, now David Arquette's Stewie, Matthew Lillard, Stu, Scott Foley's Roman, is that just to, like, get people excited for the film, because they know, because all the controversy, they knew they fucked up, so they're like, they need people to be excited for the film. So, like, but I remember
I agree.
I think in an interview, Matthew Lillard talked about how they decided to announce his return so it doesn't get leaked.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but like, it should have been a surprise.
They could have, like, everything gets leaked nowadays. It's, you know, people believe it or not. Like, there's shit leaking right now about Avengers Doomsday.
You know, it's like No Way Home.
You saw those AI photos?
Oh my gosh. But it's like with
and
No
then
Way
people
Home.
Believe that.
It's like with No Way Home. Like, we knew Andrew and Toby were in it. But yeah, they kept on being like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Until the film premiered. And then they're like, oh yeah, they are, even though like they were.
And there's always like, you know, I remember going into the movie theater like, okay, they say they're not. I know there is, but there's always a chance. And I wonder and you also like want to know how long they're in the movie for.
Yeah.
Did you see the Avengers Doomsday shit with Toby?
I don't think that's real. Like, a big body, little head. No. He ain't that bad.
There was like they had like makeup and shit.
I think that was from No Way Home.
But it was Toby,
but there was like a full
Tatum and somebody.
But there's like a full body photo of Toby, and like, I don't know, like, he's just.
I think that's more concept art.
And I was like, nah, Toby ain't that ripped. His Spider-Man was never that ripped.
I think that's more concept art, but the other one I'm talking about is them sitting in the makeup chair.
I know what you're talking about.
Next to Channing Tatum.
I think some of them are. I don't know if that. I don't think that's from Doomsday, if anything.
Final thought: do you think they're in Doomsday? Yes or no? Toby.
I think he'll have a cameo.
If you had to put money on it, do you think he's in it?
As a cameo.
So very small. You think he's at the end?
Yes. I think at the end it's going to tease.
What about Andrew?
Like, I think the ending of Doomsday, it's going to tease heroes of the multiverse, like Andrew, Toby, maybe Nick Cage, Ghost Rider, Wesley Snipes Blade,
oh my god, that'd be cool.
Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
I think they're gonna try to do Wolverine. Well, no, he's dead. I was gonna say Old Man Logan, but he's dead. Like they're gonna make Logans fight each other. I feel like they're also gonna do two Scarfaces. Or not Scarfaces. I'm thinking about Tony Montana.
Scarlet
Sabretooth.
Oh, Sabretooth.
Sabretooth.
Yeah, like there's a lot of, I don't know, we gotta wait and see with that. But let's get back into Scream. Like,
Oh yeah.
I guess final thoughts for Scream 7. Like, what are your final thoughts on like how this film will be?
I think I'm gonna watch it. I don't think I'm as excited as I would have
Yeah.
been. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's gonna do good. If I had to
I
project,
think it'll
I
do
think it's
good,
gonna.
but
I think it's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. And it is. We're especially nowadays. I don't know how it's gonna be
oh yeah, you're
2027, but
right.
people are up in arms for this whole Palestine and Israel stuff. And when you find out that you fire your main actresses because of one of these things, people are gonna want to boycott that shit, dude.
Yeah.
It depends. We got to see how the promotion is. We got to see how all the marketing is for this film, and I'll give you more of a strong statement then. But right now, as how stuff stands right now, I feel like it's gonna flop. Maybe not flop, but it's not gonna do as much as the sixth one.
I feel like it'll bring back like the original Scream fans because of the like a lot of the original characters coming back, but like with when it comes to like just these franchises, you got the original fans, you got like the fans who love the newer films, and you just have like the overall fans in general that likes it all. So I feel like maybe the
The
newer
older
Scream,
fans,
I feel like the newer Scream fans, like maybe the fans for Scream 5 and 6 who like got introduced to Scream with those films, they might not come back for this. Maybe just wait for it to be on
they're
streaming.
if the older fans come back, they're gonna hate it. I'll tell you why. The AI.
AI.
These AI people, a lot of these older fans are much older than you and I, and they're not gonna be into the whole AI thing. If
Probably
it's
not.
true, they're gonna be trying to use an AI. They're gonna be like, I don't get it. Why is they using AI? Why is this Puerto Rican Mexican and doing it in the Super Bowl? They're gonna be like that, dude. I don't. I, I don't know. That's my projection. I feel like movie critic wise, the Scream movies don't really ever do good critic wise, but right? Or do they pretty do good critically?
Depends, maybe.
Talking on my ass in that part.
You always do.
I know I like them. Huh? What was that?
You always do.
Like Jim Carrey in the Ace Ventura movies. We need to have a Jim Carrey podcast.
Yes, it's on the list. But like,
But
I don't know. I feel like this
yes,
will
yeah,
be
my
like
bad.
one of those films that's like fans will be divided with because of like the shit that happened. But you have like maybe the diehard fans that love the like everything in the franchise, which is the original fans.
I think I'm gonna like it.
I think I like I
I
think
think
I
I'm gonna
like it.
like it.
If it's like,
I
but
don't think it's gonna do good, but I think I'm gonna like it just because I want to see. I want to see
I'm
what
still
they
gonna
do
watch it.
with Matthew Lillard and Dewey.
I want to see
I'm
how
gonna watch it.
I want to see how Sydney is now.
I'm gonna hate myself for watching it, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I want to see how like, but yet like I'm excited, but yet I'm hesitant at the same time. But yet at the same time, I'm still pissed off with what they did to Melissa Barrera.
Yeah,
Just a lot of emotions, I guess.
don't cry, buddy. But I think that wraps it up for at least this portion or this podcast for Scream 7.
Yeah, I
Unless
think
you wanted to, or Scream in general.
yeah, just Scream in general. We were talking of wait, no, I was gonna say who is who is your no, I guess we could like end it. With just a question. What like who is your favorite Ghostface killers from a film that you remember?
I think my favorite movie is obviously this. Not obviously. I think my favorite movie is the sixth one. I like that one a lot. But my favorite Ghostface killer, probably Matthew Lillard, bro, in the gay boyfriend.
Matthew Lillard and
Oh,
Billy
was the
Loomis.
only gay? Was the only gay in the scary movie?
Like no one beats the original two. I do feel like with Scream 2 they were kind of forgettable. With Scream 3 it was dumb. Scream 4 was super interesting twist. Scream
I didn't
5
watch.
just weird fanboys wanting to recreate it.
I didn't watch that one, but I feel like a lot of people like Jack Quaid as a Ghostface.
It was mostly Mickey Madison
Oh,
doing
okay.
all the work as Ghostface, but yeah, like they're good.
So who's your favorite? The original?
The original two. No, Billy and Stu.
And real quick, wanted to ask you, what's your favorite kill in all these movies?
It's there's two in the first one that stand out. The first kill, and the kill when they
Drew Barrymore
with Drew Barrymore, and the kill in the first one where like they kill the best friend when she's like in the garage door trying to like escape to like the doggy thing in the garage door.
Sorry for laughing, man. It's just every time you mention the kill from the first one, I always think about the one they mimic in Scary Movie.
There's just a lot of like when I remember watching Scream and Scream 2 for the first time, I'm like, wait, this was in Scary Movie.
I think for me the first I like the first one, and like the one you said with Jerry Barrymore. That's so iconic.
Yeah,
so iconic of a kill, dude. Just the tension, the chase.
Yeah,
the popcorn.
Yeah.
Or is that only in Scary Movie?
I don't remember the popcorn. Yeah, the popcorn. I was like, wait, what? Popcorn? Well, like, yeah, she was cooking popcorn.
I like that one a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I think I like Scary Movies more than Scream.
I like Scary Movie 1 and 2.
But and on that note, I think we can end it.
Yeah,
we can end it with that. Yeah.
This is a good, pretty much ending for this. Stay tuned for more throughout October as we're going to be talking about more spooky franchises. We're not going to reveal which ones yet. Y'all going to have to just see when we release the episode to find out which franchise we talk about next.
Here's a little sneak peek. He's gonna add an edit right here. Here's a little sneak peek, a little clue.
I'm just going to say one word as a sneak peek. Groovy.
I want to say 2 words. Thank you for joining us onto this journey of fantasy.
Catch us next time and all that. Adios.
Adios, amigos.